Welcome to the Board of Assessors meeting of Tuesday, May 9th at 4:30 p.m. In accordance with Mass General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20, LCAT is taping this meeting. We are also taping the meeting for purposes of our minutes, and it does not appear that anyone else is taping this meeting. The first item on our agenda is to review the minutes of April 25th. Mr. Johnson.
Mrs. Salnier, I have reviewed the minutes with regard to form and content and find them to be in order. These are the minutes for the April 25th meeting, and I move that they be accepted.
I will second your motion out of necessity. I don't believe there's any further discussion, so I'll move for a vote. Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Chris Sonnier, yes. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the board's reorganization for the coming year.
We have a situation from the previous charter where the board member who was up for election would always become the chairman for that year. I was chairman from before the election in 2016, and Marty was chairman until the election until the appointed time in 2017. And you are coming up for appointment at about this time in 2018.
Correct.
And also you are the former president of the Massachusetts Association of Assessing Officers and have long experience in this area. And I move that Christine Saulnier be chairman of the board for the coming year.
Well, again, I'll second that out of necessity and call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
And now I will make a motion for clerk of the board for the person that reviews our minutes and signs off on their validity. And I propose that Mr. Johnson, that you would take that job for the coming year as clerk of the board.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. Following items on our agenda are administrative work. There are some warrants for the collection of rebillings on motor vehicle and trailer excise for the calendar years of 2017, 2016, and 2015. These are bills that have generally come from other communities that were sent in error to those communities, and they send them on to us. Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely.
This one for 2016 is $298.75. That's substantial for a rebill.
Sometimes it could just be one vehicle.
I know. I know. And 2015 is a smaller amount, $68.75. Okay. And now we have motor vehicle excise and trailer excise recommitments for past years, 1988, 1989, and 1990. Sometimes these are just small bills that have escaped collection and we get a request from the collector.
Yeah, these were marked at the registry, so a person may have moved out of state and then came back and is trying to renew their license, and any past excise that have not
Been paid.
yeah. In order to reinstate their license or registrations, they have to pay in full.
A lot of people don't inquire as to what to do with motor vehicle excise when they leave the state.
It's true.
And then when they move back, it's a surprise. Okay, oops, lost my screen. All right. And now we have some reports to file. We have fiscal 2010 and fiscal 2011 personal property abatement report for May. Were these on the uncollectible?
No, this was the Verizon appeal.
Oh, okay, yes, the
Oh,
case
the one
that
that
we
affects all,
settled.
that affects
The
just
case.
about all the towns.
Right.
Yeah.
Our share of a statewide settlement.
I got just one page.
Just that one page. It's a
Okay.
5-page report, but that's the signature page.
Okay. And this one here is the real estate exemption report.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll try to write smaller bills so you have some room. Okay, 3,000, no, abatement totals $3,333. And these are motor vehicle abatements for 2014, 15, 16, and 17. As people trade cars or dispose of their vehicles, they are entitled to an abatement on the excise tax that they've paid, and if they come in, we process that. Okay. Now we have the LA3 sales report. Took a look at that.
Quite a few of them are very low in the assessment to sale ratio. There are a few that are above. There's one smack dab in the middle.
Yes, the one that's 1.44.
Right.
Um,
I know it was not on the MLS.
the
and-
buyer is a realtor. So I think it's a disqualified sale.
Mhm.
I don't know how you would, but obviously if it wasn't on the open market,
Mhm.
I think it should be disqualified.
At the present time, we didn't disqualify it in sending out the sales questionnaires with hopes that more information. Sometimes it's hard when you have two different last names. It could still be family related. They could be buying out a portion of
Yeah.
the property. So, not quite sure on it yet, but
I don't know how old the seller was.
actually, the seller inherited this from his father and brother, who both recently passed away.
Okay.
So
It may be an uninformed seller, depending on the condition of the property. But yeah, it's definitely not a true market sale.
LA3, an LA3 report date is always subject to updates as new information comes in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a strange market. Oh, and that first, oh good, you did disqualify it. That's definitely a family sale.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed the one that we had processed an abatement on sold. That's that .91, the second sale, the ratio.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah. So people are working on the property. I see it as I go by.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. And now we have your director's report, Diane.
There was one planning board decision. Basically, it was a different ownership of an existing business. We did receive information for the annual certification of assessor's qualification. I will be working with the town clerk to get that updated accordingly. I'm just kind of waiting to see if we have an appointment to our board, the same person, or if we may get a new person. I don't have any information on that yet.
Okay.
FY17 exemption reimbursement reports are now all done through the gateway system, and now a clerk or an assessor can upload these. All of these abatements have been approved by the Board of Assessors throughout the year, and this is just totaling up in a nice quick report so we can receive reimbursements from the state. We did have 182 exemptions. Those exemptions amounted to $108,185.58, of which we should be getting back, I think it was approximately 60,000 in reimbursements.
Good, good. I think the number of exemption has gone up in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Well, it helps people with their taxes. This is for veterans and the elderly and the blind, and so that's a good thing. Okay.
The Verizon New England appeals, and as we just signed off on the end of a month report, and the board authorized me to be able to process all of the abatements because we knew that the state and Verizon had finally come to a settlement. I did check with our town accountant this afternoon, and she said the check was processed and was mailed out on Friday. So
excellent.
We can put that whole appeal to bed, and that's a
Wonderful.
weight off my mind. And then our FY18 certification, I did have our first meeting with our field advisor who came out. We started our tentative work plan. I'm trying to keep it very similar to what we've done in the past. So we're hoping that we can have all of our values pulled together during the month of August and get the approval in beginning of September, and hopefully be able to have public disclosure by the end of September in order to get our tax rate set in a timely manner. Our field advisor has all of our sales cards. She will be out in the field, driving around, verifying that the information that's on the property record card from a drive-by inspection is accurate. She will notify the police to let them know that she is out in the field, and she will go through me and stop at the police station just so in case if anyone calls, they can verify and validate that she is here.
Good.
So that's where we stand with that. Our consultant he's on board with the dates that he'll be able to comply with our DOR rep. So smooth sailing.
How are we doing on building permit work? Is it pretty much up to date?
We probably have hit almost every single building permit that has come out, but we do have to now do a follow-up by June 30th. So anything that has major construction, we have to really wait. So we picked up as much info as we can. So for new growth, I have no numbers yet because there's no sense in entering everything twice and then updating. So
that's good. Everything's going along rather smoothly. Very
so that's
good.
it for.
Okay. Any correspondence at all that we've received?
No, other than the from the assessors' qualifications, which I just mentioned.
Okay. Well, on that note, any other business, old business, new business?
None?
Okay. Then I'm going to make a motion to go into executive session to comply with the provisions of DPPA 118 USC section 2721, which is the Driver Privacy Protection Act, to discuss and review a motor vehicle excise abatement application. It is exemption number 7, and we will return to open session only to record our votes taken in the executive session. Roll call vote. Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Chris Sonyer? Yes.